what up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Marines Jr. I'm joined by my co-host David, aka Sports and Tunes, and we got a special guest with us. We got the pro boxer, Gabriel El Maestro Muratalla. How's it going, Gabriel?
How's it going, you guys?
Chilling.
Very
Just
good.
chilling, man. Looking forward to this interview. Thank you for making the time.
Of course, thank you guys for having me.
That's an
Absolutely.
honor, man.
First question we got for you. I'm sure you guys ask this all the time, but how did you get into boxing?
All been doing it since a child. I think I started, I believe, at 10, and my brother was about 7, 8. And my father, he just got us into it. He threw us in the Fontana boxing club gym, and we never stopped since then.
Damn.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Got a comment here from Skywalker Boxing. It just says, "Let's go, flaming emojis.
Let's go.
Let's go, salute Skywalker." And then I gotta ask you, Gabriel. I know you're a preschool teacher by day. A boxer by night.
Yeah.
How is it kind of working with the kids and being a teacher?
Oh man, it's insane. It's something I never thought I would be doing together, like once when I was being a preschool teacher at first. I think my first year I wasn't really training or boxing at the moment, and then once, like, after I had the opportunity to go pro, I started. I got like 2 fights in TJ first, and I remember those specifically because I was in preschool. I had to take certain days off. I had to tell my boss, and they were understandable, and it was insane. Just like after my fights, the next week I would go back to preschool teaching. Luckily, I had nothing on my face, no bruises at those times, but man, it's a blessing. It's something you don't see, dealing with children and then fighting.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's something I love. I have so much patience for children
Yeah,
and those little kids. Something new every day. Something
Yeah.
new every day.
that's good. Yeah, no,
Uh,
no, and I know you've done a lot of work with kids even outside of school. So big ups on that.
It's a
Yeah.
win-win too, man, because if boxing, if the career ends soon, you can start training all those kids from back in the day.
Yep. Exactly. I gotta have a plan B.
Yeah.
And then the nickname El Maestro, did that come due to your being a preschool teacher, or is that also because you're
Honestly,
schooling in the
honestly,
ring?
honestly, it was such a hard time picking a nickname. I had so many weird names. Um, but when I had an opportunity to go on Top Rank, and I had like my first fight there, and I got a first round knockout, and the announcers, oh, the preschool teacher had a knockout. Timothy Bradley and all of them are just calling me the teacher.
Uh-huh.
So it got pretty big, and I was just like, you know what, this is a good moment to get a real nickname right here. So we went with the Spanish El Maestro,
El Maestro.
and
Yeesh.
yeah, just had to continue that. But
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't come from me at all. I just hearing it from Timothy Bradley and the Top Rank cast, and they gave me my nickname. So I always shout out to them.
Shout outs
Oh
to
yeah.
them. Yeah, and I think that KO went viral too, if I recall. So
Yeah.
Yeesh.
nice. Nice. And then can you tell us a bit about your amateur career? Did you have a long amateur career, and what were some of your major accomplishments?
Honestly, yeah, it was a long amateur. My brother Raymond Muratalla, he uh he has way more fights than me. I was just older at a smaller weight, and he was just at a popular weight as always, even right now. But I believe he had like 80 something, and I honestly only had like 30 amateur fights. But the amount of time I was amateur was a while, the same as my brother. It's just, let me give you guys an example. I was like maybe 16, 17 years old at like 80 pounds.
Mm.
So there wasn't really much opponents. Like, I think I would go to tournaments, and I would have like one fight out of the 4 or 3 days.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why my fights were minimum, but I mean, it's experience, and I still have that talent, just like my brother has. And I just it didn't allow me to get too many fights, but we're here right now. I'm 10 fights, so 10 fights
Yeah.
from start, you know.
10 fights, it's still undefeated and getting those stoppages as well.
And you don't stop.
And let's talk about your pro debut. So you debuted June 14th, 2019. Can you tell us about your emotions heading into that fight? Were there any nerves?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of nerves. Um, my pro debut, you're talking about in Tijuana or?
In
Oh
Tijuana, yeah,
yeah.
against it was Agapito Ontiveros.
Oh yeah, in Tijuana, the vibes are just different in Tijuana. Honestly,
Mhm.
I was excited, but I know I was more nervous in my top rank debut. Yeah, so
Okay.
my first
Mhm.
TJ fights, I wasn't really too nervous. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this done.
Yeah.
And then the top rank one, just knowing that it was live and on TV, I think that's what got me more nervous.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, so that's really it's all in the mind, like you start thinking like, oh, who's watching? How many people are watching? If I mess up or anything, so the nerves really hit me on the my top rank debut.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah, and that was during COVID, right? So they were in the bubble
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the top rank
the
fights.
bubble, yep.
Was it weird, like not having so many fans there, kind of like cheering you on?
Oh yeah, that's an experience. I love having because I know not many have it. Yeah, just pure silence. No audience. No chairs. You're walking in the ring and it looks like a whole studio set. So
Mm,
and when you're in the ring, all you hear is just the punches. And man, it's insane. And even the experience of leaving, because usually you'll take like your team with you or your family. With these bubble cards, it was just me and my dad
mm.
solo. We're the only ones that can go anywhere. Say bye to my
Mhm.
family, leave them, and just there to do the work and get out.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really strict.
Oh yeah. Oh man, wearing mask, staying in certain and I mean in lines. They have you have to take a COVID test every day. It was bad. Every day we'd have to take a test.
Oh yeah.
Sure, bro. All right, we got a comment here from Max. Says, "What up, compa?"
What up, man?
So this is
Salute to the
Max,
South Central boxing brand.
South Central Boxing. And then Gabriel, I want to ask you about the experience going the distance for the first time. So you start your pro career with 3 straight first round knockouts, and then your fourth fight you finally went the distance, went all 4 rounds. What did you learn about finally going all, like through a fight, going past the first round essentially?
Yeah, yeah. You honestly learn you just need condition. No matter after that fight, I knew every fight, it doesn't matter. You just need that condition. So whatever, how many ever rounds you're going, always be prepared to go all the rounds. That's what I learned mostly, because you can't knock everybody down.
Right.
You really can't. So I'm just after that fight, I learned you always got to be prepared.
Is that what the incline running helps for? You know how people run out to the mountains and they run incline, like going upward.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Is that
definitely.
what builds up that conditioning?
For me, I I I definitely believe in running. I know some people don't really think running helps. I think it helps. It definitely helps. With me, is just sparring and running. I think that's the number one keys for condition.
Dang, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And then your last fight was this past January against Michael Nielsen in San Bernardino. What did you take away from that performance? How you rate your performance that night?
Oh, it was good. It was it's funny. I'm watching videos on this guy, and I'm like, oh, he looks tough. He's gonna put pressure. Of course, I knew in the back of my mind he wasn't at my skill set, but I knew he was tough and he was gonna try to tire me out. But I don't know. Once I got in that ring, I knew he couldn't hurt me, so I took advantage and just little by little, I was just hitting the body, and I knew it. Once I hit him in the body one time and it hurt him, I knew it. That's all I had to do to get him in the later rounds.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
And you're gonna be back in the ring soon. It looks like April 15th on the
yeah,
Mob
yeah.
Nation card in Pomona.
That's what we're hoping for, the April 15th.
Box Fest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Box Fest. What can fans expect to see from you on April 15th?
Oh, just ridiculous speed and explosion. I'm gonna always I try to stay calm, and when they least expect it, it just I think that's the number one thing I'm learning. Just when they least expect it, that's what surprises my opponents. And I just want my fans to they're gonna be excited when they see me in there. They're gonna see talent and definitely some speed. So definitely get your tickets if you are
Tune
going.
in. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Tune in, get them. And Mac here with a comment says both brothers are good boxers,
Hell
100%.
yeah.
Oh yeah, my little brother, he's my little brother, and believe it or not, I still moves from him. You know, I really do. He's my little brother, and I look up to him in the boxing. You know, I
Mhm.
really do. He's coming up. He's gonna be a champion very soon. And for me, I believe I had my top rank um debut, and I was it was going good, and then I injured my arm. I had to take a year layoff, so I've been having a lot of layoffs, and I believe that's why I'm not where I want to be. But I
Mhm.
know with patience, I will get there eventually.
Yeah,
Definitely, brother.
absolutely. Yeah, and it looks like Mac's gonna be there April 15th, so
Show some love, Mac.
he'll get to see you live. And and then speaking of your younger brother, Raymond Muratalla, he was in the ring this past Saturday.
Yeah.
You trolled me with the heavyweight stare down. I was like,
Jeez.
man, but he's still in with a game fighter, and he recovered from that first round knockdown. But
Oh
from
yeah.
from the third round on, it was like danger that they were used to seeing. He dominated, looked impressive, and now he's gonna fight the Jeremiah Nakatila
Yeah.
on the Lomachenko Haney card. So that's
Oh
going to be
yeah.
even big exposure. Has he talked to you about it already? Is he feeling excited about the opportunity?
Um, he's definitely excited. No, we haven't talked about it yet. I think they just posted it today.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's been ready. He's been ready for that. All like I always tell everyone, all my brother needs is exposure,
Yeah.
and that's really all he needs to blow up.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah,
and he's already making a name for himself, man, because that's what makes a boxer so badass, that he can take a hit and then he can turn the fight around right away.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That man, I was at home with my baby. That knockout made me sick.
You're like, oh,
You know, I guess it's a sibling thing. I was just like, no, but
Yeah.
I knew it was just a flash knockout. He went in super cold. I got news that he went in super cold. They were rushing him. He had to
No
change like
wonder.
so much gloves. Yeah, he had to change like three gloves.
ah, man.
And he looked cold, so that's what it was. And I knew right at that third round, he's switched.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
because that's what Tim Bradley said on the announcing team. He's like, to me, it looks like Raymond's cold. Like was cold as 2 rounds because it
Yeah,
wasn't like him.
we rewatched the fight. Timothy Bradley was on the money.
Yeah.
Everything he was saying was correct. I was like, wow, yeah,
Uh huh.
he really knew everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Desert Storm, he knows his boxing. I mean, he did pretty good in his career. I'm pretty sure he studies the game pretty well.
Yeah.
So
And he started out here too, right? Then was it
in Indio,
Mark?
California, the
Oh
Desert
yeah,
Storm was his
Coachella, Indio.
nickname.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, I think was he with Thompson Boxing coming up? I think.
He was.
yeah, I think
I've seen
so.
Uh
some
huh.
older posters, and
Uh
yeah, he
huh.
was on the Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So shout out to Tim Bradley, man, repping for
Yeah.
Cali.
yeah.
And then are you still making the weight comfortably, Gabriel?
Yeah, yeah. For my weight, I'm after this fight, I'm planning on something bigger. You know, I want some bigger fights. Um, anything title or anything bigger than these fights right now. I could go down to 115. But
Nice.
that's definitely my weight, 115. Right now I'm fighting 118.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely 115.
Great. And then your opponent for April 15th, has that been decided yet? I've seen on Boxer it's still like TBA, so I don't know if they've shared a
Yeah,
few names with
no,
you.
I
Not
still
yet.
haven't heard any news yet.
No
Mm,
snap.
Yeah,
hopefully.
that unfortunately some boxing fights you don't find out until a week or two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
especially
Yeah,
within those weight classes, it's hard to
yeah.
find. Yeah, somebody to
Hmm.
step up.
Yes, that's why sometimes I have to fight like at 122, a little heavier sometimes.
Yeah, like Jose knows how they do you in Mexico. You're supposed to fight, and they give you a guy like twice your size.
Jeesh, I know. So
Oh
the stories
yeah.
we've heard.
Oh yes. Sometimes I never even see my opponent weigh in.
Sheesh.
Oh man, do you feel like you're ready to move on to like 8 rounders soon?
Oh yeah, I believe
Mhm.
this one is an 8 rounder.
Oh, it's gonna be a runner. Or that?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
That's
trying. We're
badass.
going fast. You know,
You
with
like?
I feel like I'm 18, but believe it or not, I'm already. I just hit 29 years old,
Wow.
so
Oh,
I need to step up on my fights. You know.
Yeah. Do
Yeah,
you
but
ever do more than 8 rounds, like in a sparring session?
yeah, yeah. Right for this camp, I'm sparring 10 rounds, eight
Okay.
to ten. So yeah, I'm definitely ready for the eight, and I
Sweet.
just gotta continue eight and up. You know.
Yeah.
yeah, and there's a lot of great fighters in camp. So, so you probably don't have to travel too far for sparring. But what's the furthest you had to travel for sparring?
For sparring, maybe Vegas. Yeah,
Vegas.
Vegas.
Damn.
Uh-huh. But that's the furthest. But that's also like included like with the vacay, you know? Like we'll go to
Mhm.
Vegas for a vacay and then we'll also get sparring. So it's not specifically like, oh, we're going to Vegas to spar. But
Mhm.
around here is like maybe LA just for directly for sparring.
Sparring.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, and you got to make a little vacation when you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, sightseeing.
Gotta see a sightseeing, man. Or do like me, just go in the hotels, so scenics.
That's right.
And then you mentioned you're watching some tape for your opponents, but do you try to, if there's tape, watch some tape, or you kind of leave that up to your coach?
Oh no, yeah. My coach definitely on it, my dad. And yeah, I gotta watch. I gotta see what I'm going in there with, you know. So
Yeah.
it's insane if a fighter just goes in there random, you know. Like that's
Mhm.
a I'm very confident, but that's a different confidence. You're like, I don't care who I'm fighting. Let me just
Yeah.
just go in there and see. You just never know. You gotta study certain punches they're gonna throw, how they're gonna come at you, if they're gonna box you, if they're gonna go forward. So yeah, I definitely gotta see my opponents.
Yeah, or if they're dirty fighters, you got to watch out for. Like Benaldo was
Yeah.
telling us that the guy from Ireland was really dirty, and we saw in
Oh,
the fight.
Warrington.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So
a lot
you
of
gotta
elbows.
remind the referee,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
right in the beginning.
Yeah. And then Gabriel, who's been the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, either in sparring or in a pro fight?
Um, du- 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 du. Dang, hardest puncher. Really can't name right now, but I, I've gotten hit with some hard punches before.
Yeah.
You know, I
Dang.
just you have to fake it to make it. You
Right?
know,
Yeah, yeah,
you get
yeah,
hit and you just
definitely.
yep.
Uh,
I didn't feel that. Let's go.
It's like
that's-
when you're nodding no, it means yes, it's hurting.
yeah. I love that. It's like, no, you didn't get me.
Yeah, no,
um,
exactly.
and then who was your favorite boxer growing up?
Oh, Roy Jones Jr.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was my
Uh,
favorite guy right there.
nice. Yeah, he's a popular answer. We get a lot of fighters that looked up to him.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
monster, aggressive.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, and then now bring it to present day. Who do you consider to be the current number one pound for pound fighter?
Oh, Canelo.
Still,
Canelo.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. It Canelo. If he keeps losing, it still doesn't matter. It's Canelo. Just his style. I love it. His
yeah,
countering, his calmness. Yeah. It's always gonna be Canelo for a while.
yeah.
Yeah, and
I,
his defense too is I mean, I see all the time, like his fight with Danny Jacobs. He just like
just
Yeah,
head
yeah, yeah.
movement. Yeah, dodging every hit.
it's
Yeah.
dope.
It's
Yeah,
insane how he keeps fighting these heavy guys. It
Yeah.
is insane.
yeah, absolutely. So let's switch gears now. We want to ask you about some upcoming potential fights, either confirm or rumor, and we want to get your prediction for who you think would win. If the fight's too close to call, you can always just say 50-50 or pass.
Yeah.
But first one I want to ask you about is the monster Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton. How do you see that one playing out?
Ooh. Ooh. That one I got 50-50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I
They,
think
they haven't announced the rescheduled date for that one, right?
Nah,
they haven't, huh?
Nice,
they
yeah.
just said Naya Inoue got hurt in camp
Yeah.
or something.
Uh,
But yeah, it can go both ways. Either Inoue drops him soon, or this guy just boxes him out till the end and gets a decision.
yeah,
Exactly.
can't wait to
Yeah,
see that one.
Yeah.
Next one is the mega fight we're getting on April 22nd. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. How do
man.
you,
Yeah.
how do you see that one?
That one, that one's a close one too. 50
Mhm.
50.
Yeah, another
Just because
50-50.
we know Ryan, he's a good kid,
Yeah,
and and Tank just has he has that small. He's gonna be small, and I feel like he's gonna be a little more powerful. Just smaller people. Even when I fight anybody smaller, they're always harder.
yeah,
I swear, anybody smaller is always harder. It's always a harder fight.
They bring it.
definitely.
They bring it for
Yeah,
sure.
so definitely. So basically, if Ryan can keep a distance and not fall for any traps, he might be in the money for a decision
Yeah,
as well. Or maybe you can get one of those left hooks. You
yeah.
never know.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
never know.
Tank has said on interviews it's gonna be his toughest fight, so I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Next one, who would win at Juan Francisco Estrada versus Jesse Bam Rodriguez?
Ooh.
Ooh, I got Bam. That's my sparring partner.
Yeah,
Bam, there
Bam
you
is
go.
cool. Bam's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, he's another one that's kind of entering that pound for pound discussion.
Yeah, so you train at with Rodriguez, Roberto? I mean Roberto Garcia?
Yeah, yeah. Robert
Yeah.
Gym.
Does
Yeah.
Mikey go out there?
Yeah, yeah. All the
Yeah.
time. We
Oh,
train all
baby
the
tunes.
time.
Mikey actually carried my baby too.
Oh, really?
We ran into him at with like the Christmas giveaway, one of those events.
Oh, yep.
He was out there sponsoring.
Oh, heck yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mikey's cool as hell.
hell
Yeah,
yeah,
another fighter that does a lot for the community right there, Mikey Garcia.
definitely
Yeah, shout out
good
to him.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then final fight I want to ask you about, we were talking about Canelo and we just saw David Navides, how he did against Caleb Plant. How would Canelo and David Navides play out?
Ooh. I would definitely enjoy watching that fight, but I got Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Coming back to you. What are some things you like doing outside of boxing?
Um, man, I love sports. I'm a sports guy, so I love basketball, football. Pretty athletic. I love the gym. If I'm not training for a fight, I'm still at the gym. With this new baby, I feel like that's my life right now. It's just the baby and camp. So yeah, I feel like I lost another hobby, my video games. I haven't played that in a while.
Dang. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna go. That's gonna go for sure.
I can't relate to my video game console is not just a Netflix machine. And it's usually what being playing
It's
Coco Melon or something.
Miss Rachel.
Yeah, so
Yeah, my Xbox definitely Disney Plus taking over.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I feel it.
Oh man, yeah.
And then, what's the best piece of advice you would give someone that's thinking about going pro in boxing and making a career out of it?
Oh, just it it may seem all smiles and you can make a lot of money when you're on top and all of that, but boxing is tough. Everybody that's wanting to go professional, boxing is a real hard sport, and you gotta stay dedicated to it. If you're not dedicated, you lose, you get knocked out. You gotta stay dedicated. You gotta train 24/7. So
That's
not
right.
saying not saying people can't do it, but you gotta stick with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well said. And then, final question we got for you, Gabriel. It's not really a question; it's more so kind of opening up the floor. What's the message you want to send to your fans and supporters?
Oh, just I love all the support. If you guys want to support me, follow me at San Gabriel. I believe I'm just waiting for a promotion, a company to pick me up. I believe I have a story, a preschool teacher who boxes. That's not really you don't really get that out there. And believe it or not, I have some talent. My little brother Raymond Muratalla has the best talent. I have a little bit of talent with that. And I'm not just a preschool teacher. I really fight, and I would love my fans to check me out. Follow me at San Gabriel. Um, yeah.
Hell yeah, man! I think you
Awesome.
can compete against Schwarzenegger on that kindergarten cop movie, man. You'll be the preschool teacher movie. Just get it on Netflix real quick.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's such a great story. Like a
Oh
preschool
man,
teacher and a boxer. It's really
oh
marketable.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
have so much videos and photos of all these little kids. Because I really only taught 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds. So that was a perfect age. That was a perfect age. They were hilarious. They were they're crying 24/7, but I loved it.
Mhm.
The parents were awesome. You just get so many crazy stories. And you know
Yeah.
what? I never told the parents that I did professional boxing.
Nice.
And
Keep it undercover, low
none of them ever
key.
found out.
They did after
They
a
did?
few of them. Yeah, a few of them contacted me after they saw me on Top Rank, and they supported. They supported it, so it was awesome. But
That's
yeah, for
awesome.
some reason, I thought parents would be, I don't know, a little weirded out with that. But
Oh
yeah,
man,
it was
all the craziness you hear about things happening in school, I'll feel safer if I knew the teacher was like a boxer. I was like, my kid's safe.
No, you know, it would
Yeah.
be funny if you were to see all the gloves and headgear on each kid's desk.
Sheesh.
the timeout time.
Yeah, recess time.
Yeah, it's time to resolve the issue. Yeah, but no, everyone do follow Gabriel on Gabriel underscore on Instagram. That way you don't miss any updates in his boxing career. And Gabriel, again, thank you so much for the time. It was a pleasure to talk boxing with you and get to know you better.
Hey, thank you guys
Definitely.
for having me so much.
Nah,
Appreciate you
man,
guys.
and everybody show up if you're in the area. Hit up Pomona, April 15th,
April 15th.
April
Box
15th.
Fest.
It's going
Yeah,
down.
let's get it.
Awesome. All right. Have a good night, Gabriel.
All right, guys.
Have a
You
good
have a
one,
good night.
chap. Take
Thank you guys
care.
for having me.
All right. No
Oh
problem.
man, thank you.
All right,
All
see ya.
right. Bye.